Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are doing a part two, sort of, with the supreme leader of Iran, the one who was unalived. Um, why do I have to do that? Um, who was unalived this year in 2026. And we just did a Q&A with him last night. So if you missed that at the end of this video, I will pop it up here in the corner so you could watch that if you want to. It was quite interesting, I thought. So we're going to see what he has to tell us on the pendulum today. And I'm going to ask a few specific questions today. I think I'm going to ask him to tell us any advice he has for humanity, and then any advice he has for our community. That's what I'm going to ask him. Just from his vantage point now, okay, from where he's sitting now that he has transitioned. So let's go ahead and say the prayer, and then I will pull him in again. I really don't need to do this because I'm recording on the same day that I recorded the Q&A. So I've already chatted with him and did the clearing and stuff, but just for the sake of our community, I will go ahead and do it again. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light. My voice is really weird today. And I ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey guys, lead team, how's it going? Awesome. So last night, or today really, but we had a conversation with the Supreme Leader of Iran, and hoping that I asked him at the end of the video if he would be willing to do pendulum conversation, and he said yes. So is now a good time to bring him back in? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so Ali, are you back here? Okay, thank you so much for being here again. It was really helpful that the questions that you answered for us already, we really appreciate that. So we've got some questions for you via the pendulum. I have two specific questions for you. One, do you have any advice, or, what's a message you would have for humanity that would be in our highest and best interest to know? And then what's a message you have for our community? Do you have those messages in mind that you could share with us? Yes? Okay. And then I could pull an oracle if you have an oracle deck you would like to use to give us another message. Yes? Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to bring you down so you can watch. Somebody had suggested that I just make this a little shorter, so I think I'm going to try that. I was trying it the other day and it was a little awkward. I have to get used to it, but so it goes much faster. I mean, like they swing much faster. See that? So let's see how that, I'm going to make sure you can actually see the letters though. Okay, so Ali, if you would go ahead and give us the message you have for humanity. What is your message? What is your best message that you have for humanity? From your, more enlightened place that you're at now. That's where we want the message from you, from your enlightened, more higher consciousness place. Just making sure he's not going to give it from his human place. Circling. Okay, so is that a W? No. Is that an I? Okay. So I. Is that an N? Okay. I-N. This should be interesting. Is that another N? Okay. I-N-N. Look how much faster it goes, you guys, with the when it's a little shorter. That was a good idea. Uh, okay. I'm gonna assume that's an E. I-N, is that an E? I'm sure it's not ins. Yes. Okay. So I-N-N-E. Which, by the way, you guys, if you're wondering where we get this pendulum, where I got this pendulum, okay, inner, I'll tell you when he starts. So inner is the first word. Yes, okay, thank you. Second word, first letter, please. So this comes from a member of our community who has a shop, and we have shops. Um, we have a lot of businesses. Okay, he's saying yes. So inner is the first word. Is there a second word? Yes. Okay. So the next letter, please. Anyways, you could shop our small businesses in our community. I have the QR code there. Check them out, okay? So you support our small businesses in our community. That would be amazing. Okay, so is the second letter an L? The first word, the second word starts with an L. Okay, L. He kind of got stopped there because my hand kind of jerked. Yeah, my hand's getting a little jerked around. It might be the energy. That's kind of interesting. Okay, is that an, that must be an O. Okay, O. V. That's interesting. E. Okay, inner love. Is that the whole message, inner love? No. Okay. I like where this is going. Inner love. What's the next word? Okay, is that an I? Okay, I. Okay, so that's an S. So inner love is what? Ah, okay. Is that a Q? No. Is that a C? So inner love is, and then it starts with a C, the next word. Actually, because now you can see my hand, which is good too. When I have it longer, you can't really see it. Okay, so C. Inner love is, and the next letter is C. R. Aha. U. C. That's a nice message. This was from humanity too, you guys. Inner love looks like it's going to be crucial. I. Right. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Wow. What a nice reminder. Pretty cool coming from him, huh? A. L. That's awesome. So your message for humanity is inner love is crucial. Very nice. Very nice. Can you say that you had that inner love for yourself as a human? When you were a human, did you have that love for yourself? He's about to say no. Okay. Okay. So when you say it's crucial, should that be our top priority? Is spending the time on ourselves, each of us spending our time on our individual selves? We certainly focus more on other people, don't we? Or what other people have to say versus what's inside. Yep. Okay. Okay, very cool. Let me write that down real quick. Um, Inner love is crucial. That is very cool. Okay, I'm liking that. What do you think, you guys? That's very cool. Okay, so Ollie, do you have another message for that would be different for our community here? What would you like to tell? And it could be for us as a collective community or individually again, whatever you want to tell us. What would be helpful for our community to hear? Is that a W? Wouldn't that be funny, you guys, if you said the same thing? Inner love is crucial. We get it. We get it. Okay. Is that an I? Okay. I. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's hilarious. N. Sorry. It's, oh my gosh, that is so funny. I might have to ask it different. N. Okay. Are you spelling inner again? Okay. Are you going to give us the exactly same message? Inner love is crucial. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so funny. I'm not going to sit here and just make you go through that whole thing. That is so funny. Okay. Thank you, Ollie. That's okay. What can you tell us? How would you describe our community in one word? How would you describe our community in one word from your vantage point? So, the makeup of this community, how would you describe it? I'm just curious. I've never asked like these specific questions before. Let's see how they would identify us. What do you guys think he's going to say? Put the guesses in. If you're in the chat right now, put your guesses in. What do you think he's going to say? Are you going to give us anything? Maybe he doesn't want to label us. It's not a label. I'm just curious to see how you would describe our community in one word. Okay, is that a Y? No. Okay, it's an L. Okay, L. Ah, interesting. I. Well, there's confirmation, you guys. G. H. T. Let's see if he's going to spell out the rest of that. Yep. O. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, did I say O? I meant W. That was W. That's funny. O. R. Well, there you go, you guys. Lightworkers. Wow, that's cool. I've never asked that question before. K. E. Yep. R. S. Yep. Lightworkers. Very cool. Lightworkers. All right. I like that. What else do we want to know? What do we want to know from you before I do Oracle? What is your message to Trump? From your vantage point now, what is a message you would convey to Trump if he were listening to this video? Just curious, see what he says. What would you like to say to President Trump? Okay, is that a G? No, is that a T? Okay, so T. Is that an A? I had to switch hands, so now it's a little wonky. Is that an A? T-A? Okay, T-A. No idea what this is going to be. Still moving. So T-A. You went all the way around, you guys. That's so funny. Okay, M. Like he went all the way to the right and around rather than just to the left. That seems to be the direction that he. So TAME. Okay, tame. Yeah. All right, tame. Tame what? I don't think Trump is a very tame person. So tame, I or W? Is that a W? Okay, it's an I. Okay, I. Interesting. Okay, is that a T? So are you saying tame it? Okay, tame it. Is that your full, or is there another word? Yes. Okay, tame it. Okay. I'm assuming that's a D. Is that a D? Okay, D. All right, I see where he's going with this. O. Can you guys see where the letters are that it's shorter like this? W. Definitely goes faster, that's for sure. N. Okay, so your message for Trump is to tame it down. I gotta shorten my shorten that if I want to keep you doing it though. Okay, so your message for Trump is to tame it down. Yeah, okay. All right. You guys can send him that message. Tell him to tame it. Tell him the supreme leader told him to tame it down. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what would you guys ask him? Actually, I've never asked that. If you could put it in the comments, what would you ask him right now? Because I'm going to run those then, and that will help me to see what kind of things you would have a conversation on Pendulum with somebody. It'll help me to see what kind of questions you might want me to ask. So tame it down. That's putting it politely. Tame it down, right? That's pretty funny. Okay, let's see. He said he did have an oracle message for us. So, Supreme Leader Ali, what deck would you like me to use? What deck would you like me to use to give us a message, please? Let's see what he has to. Oh, that one kind of got stuck. Try putting that. Whoops. Okay. Oh, self-care wisdom. That's interesting. Only because it's interesting because when I first started shuffling, it kind of made itself known to me. So that's interesting. That's the one we use when I do a self-care message at the beginning of every month. The lead team gives us a message. Okay, so Ali, would you like to use Moonology messages? Would you like to use the Divine Feminine? Oh, isn't that interesting? Yes. Would you like to use self-care wisdom? No. Okay. That's interesting, you guys. He wants to use the Divine Feminine Oracle. Yay, Faye! Faye sent that to me. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab it. Okay, so Divine Feminine Oracle. Let's see what he has to say. And you guys, afterwards, I have two announcements. One is we are going to be doing a 30-day spirit guide challenge starting August 1st, 2026. Okay? So I'm going to tell you about that. I have two things to tell you. I forgot last night. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you listened to the video last night, I was like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm going to remember to tell you this. And of course I didn't. So the post and challenge. Okay. All right. So Ollie, what message do you have for us using the Divine Feminine Oracle? But don't you guys find this fascinating that he chose this deck? Okay, that was, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, let me just make sure that's if that is the, oh my goodness gracious, I'll tell you why. It's a little interesting. Okay, is that the card you want me to use? The one that just popped out? Yes, okay. Very interesting. If you're in the spirit circle, you will know why, because we got this exact card like a couple weeks ago during a reset. I'm pretty sure it was in that because I just saw it in my journal. I don't think it was in this one. I think it was in my spirit circle journal. Yep. Yep. Okay, do you guys know what it is? If you're in the spirit circle, it is the cosmic egg. Isn't that nuts that we got this twice in like 2 weeks? The Divine Feminine, I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. And remember what his message was. Inner love is crucial. Inner love is crucial. And he recognizes us as being light workers. So he's reminding us that we hold the universe within us, the cosmic egg. That's very cool. So this message, like I said, this is definitely something to pay attention to because the lead team gave it to us this month, in the last couple of weeks, not in June, but within the last 30 days. And now Ollie, the Supreme Leader, is giving it to us. Okay, I think it's actually the last card, if I remember correctly. Yep. Okay. So, it's worth repeating who she is. Who she is. The cosmic egg is the core symbol of the Divine Feminine's creative force. It is a spiritual motif found in the creation myths of countless cultures and civilizations. It represents a birth, a new beginning, or an expansion of life. In the Rig Veda, one of the oldest texts in any Indo-European language, the cosmos is described as a golden egg-shaped womb. The entire universe is said to have emerged from it. In Greek mythology, the Orphic egg hatched the primordial, oh boy, here we go. I'm not going to, oh, we're going to get these words in here. Okay, the primordial deity, there's another word before that, but I'm going to skip it, who then created all the gods and goddesses. It is depicted as an egg with a serpent wrapped 3 times around it. In Egyptian, Chinese, and Polynesian mythologies, among many others, creation begins with an egg. And in the Christian tradition, Mary Magdalene, which I'm drawing her name out like that because it is the book we are reading right now in the Spirit Circle. Mary Magdalene used the egg to describe how life begins again after death. In modern cosmology, it is believed that 13 billion years ago, the entire mass of the universe was compressed into a gravitational singularity, the so-called cosmic egg. And from that singularity, the universe has expanded ever since to its current state and continues in this moment to expand even further. When your soul selects this card, or when Ali, the Supreme Leader, selects it for us, nothing needs to happen. Everything is exactly as it should be. You hold the universe inside you. All life emerges from within. If you try to exert pressure for something to exist before it's ready, that new life within you won't have the time it needs to fully form. Gosh, this is such a good reminder. The cosmic egg is the essence of the divine feminine. It is the ultimate symbol of the creative force that exists within each one of us. It's the dark, loving womb that holds and protects all creative expression of life. If we allow what's within us to emerge in divine timing, then what's within us will transform us. The egg is the trust that what is ours can never be taken from us. So there's no need to answer the ego's push, to rush the process, to impress others, or to complete something on someone else's timeline. The egg is the faith that our process is sacred, that even in the midst of what looks like chaos or delay or even death, there's a tendril of new life that needs only our trust to eventually take form. And the egg is the knowing that life begins again after death from within. Oh my goodness. Then if you want a journal, you can ask, where am I ready to expand? Wow. So for all of us, anyone who's having a hard time with what's going on in the world today and the tame it down, he just wants them to tame it down a little bit. You know, things are being birthed in a different way, whether it's through destruction of things, old systems being taken down that were all built on fear and control. The only way we can build new systems based on love and unity is to break down the old ones based on fear and control. And I guess however that has to happen, whether the people doing it are cognizant of them doing it or not, it doesn't really matter, right? That is what humanity has been asking for. So trust in divine timing. I mean, this message couldn't be more clear. Don't rush it along. It's like we've been talking about us breaking out. One of the messages in May, or was it April? It was April, that the lead team gave us is that we were just starting to come out. Humanity was just starting to come out of its cocoon. It's been in a cocoon for a very long time. And it's just starting to break out of that cocoon. And Faye sent me an email about that, Faye, the astrologer for our channel, and mentioned how goopy it can be inside a cocoon. It can be very goopy inside a cocoon. I laughed out loud when I read that. You know, so we're all trying to get that goop off of us. It's very goopy inside our cocoon as we start to break out of it. But don't push it along, because you don't want new life within. It won't have time to form correctly. If you push it, that's when our nervous systems individually and collectively take on too much at once, you know? I want to read that one little last part. Nothing needs to happen. Everything is exactly as it should be. You hold the universe inside you. All life emerges from within. If you try to exert pressure for something to exist before it's ready, that new life within you won't have the time it needs to fully form. So you can say the same thing about us individually and collectively, right? So don't exert pressure on it. Just send love. Send love to it. That's very cool. Thank you, Ollie. That was very cool. I enjoyed that session. I hope you guys did too. Okay, two things. I have a post that I put out that it's a poll and I want your opinion about it. And I'm going to go with whatever, I don't know. I'm just curious what people have to say. I might just continue doing it anyways. But I mean, I've noticed that like a lot of readers or channelers or whatever, they don't really do like their clearing on camera. Like I do the prayer with us and then I do the law of challenge. Okay. So I know for a fact there are certain people here who find that valuable and you like when I do it. And that's what I'm asking the community, is whether or not you find that valuable. So that's my poll. Okay. So if you could go and answer that there, that would be helpful. And I'm just curious, because if like 90% of you say, you don't need to keep doing it, like I would do it, behind camera before I, come on camera. And then you would just know that I do that. Because I watch channelers all the time and they never talk about doing clearings and stuff like that. But at the same time, maybe it is helpful if like the majority of you are like, no, it's helpful for me too, because it's like a clearing for you too, then that's fine too. I'm just curious more than anything. I might end up still doing it. I don't know. I'm just curious to see what the community says. And last year, so we are starting another challenge. We haven't done one for a while. We did a couple actually in 2025, but we haven't done one in 2026. So August 1st, we are going to start as a community, whoever wants to participate, and do a 30-day Connect with Your Spirit Teams challenge. All right. It's basically you just write a letter to your spirit team every day for 30 days, and you'll be amazed that things shift. Things shift, like you start getting answers to stuff. It's pretty cool. So there's a couple ways you can do that to prepare. So I'm telling you early enough. So we do have journals. Of course, we would like to sell them to you. Why not? It supports our community, So we do have journals that we sell ourselves, and you could get them. The links are below. Okay, so we have ones you can buy that are printed for you, and you can decide on which pattern you want. Or I also have printables that you could buy and then you print them yourself. Okay, so you could choose one of those. Or if you don't have the resources or you don't want to get one of ours, totally fine. You're just going to use any journal you want. Okay, so one thing you can do is sign up for our newsletter, which will be linked below. Here I'm going to put the shop small QR code that I mentioned about where to get this. So, but down below you can sign up for our newsletter, and we are really crossing our fingers that we're going to do better this time at giving support via the newsletter, because we didn't do that great the last couple of times. We just had too much going on. So we're going to plan ahead of time this time. So send out some reminders and just checking in, and maybe some words of inspiration, maybe have a poll that the community can talk, you guys can talk to each other. We're going to do a few things like that. So 30-day challenge starting August 1st, 2026. So hopefully you'll join us either way. So even if you don't sign up for the newsletter, you don't have to sign up for the newsletter. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.